Oh, hello. I'm Robert Strohmeyer from PC World. You may have heard that Google has come out with its own operating system. It's called Chrome OS. It's built on Linux, and they've just released it to the open source community. I've downloaded an early build here. Why don't you follow me to my office and I'll give you a look. Chrome OS is designed to be a fast, lightweight operating system for mobile devices like netbooks. The idea is to start up instantly and get you straight on the web. Let's take a look. Now, on first glance, Chrome OS doesn't look very different from the old Chrome web browser that you can already get for Windows. But it is different in some important ways. For one thing, it actually is an operating system. There's no Windows underneath here. It just boots right into the web browser when it starts up. The differences are subtle. The first thing you'll notice is that in the top left-hand corner there's a little Chrome icon, and if you click on that, it'll give you a list of icons for all the web apps that you've been using with your computer. So in here I've got Gmail, I've actually got Hotmail and Yahoo Mail icons. It's designed to work with pretty much any app on the web. We've got Hulu, YouTube, Google Reader, Pandora, Twitter, there's a chess game, and of course Google Books for reading online books. Just like the Chrome web browser, the interface is tab-based, which means across the top there are a variety of tabs. The difference is that when you right-click on a tab, you can choose to pin that tab to the browser, and that will cause it to move to the left-hand side and remain in a persistent spot. So every time you log into your computer, those pinned tabs will be right there waiting for you with the apps already loaded. The other differences are on the right-hand side of the screen. What you'll find essentially is a battery monitor, a network monitor that lets you turn your Wi-Fi on and off and choose which network you want to join, and a menu that can open up new tabs and other controls for the OS, including your options and preferences, which is pretty much identical to what you'll find in the Chrome browser. Now, when you open some apps, they won't necessarily open as tabs. For instance, this calculator app opens as a little panel in the right-hand side. The same is true for the calendar panel. And you can see that clicking two at the same time just opens them side by side, and those remain persistent on the screen. As I move from tab to tab, they'll be right there with me, and I can ditch them at any time by clicking the little X. So as you can see, the Chrome operating system is mostly a web browser, and it's hardly distinguishable from the Chrome web browser you can already download for Windows. And that's kind of the point. The idea here is to have a system that has very little underneath it. It just starts when you hit the button, you log in, and you're online. Google is essentially trying to push not only its web apps, but web apps in general, including those from Microsoft and Yahoo and all kinds of companies, and to get people essentially living on the web, living in the cloud. Now, when Chrome OS devices eventually come out sometime late next year, they're probably not going to have a lot of storage space. Now, that's partly because they're going to be solid-state based, which means that big drives will be expensive. Of course, the idea here is that you store all your stuff in the cloud. So your web apps and all your data and everything lives on the web. If you ever lose your machine, it'll be no problem because you can just go get another machine, log in, and all your stuff is right where you left it. So that's kind of an upside. The downside is that if you have a big music collection or a large photo library or something like that, it's not clear how Google is going to work to make that accessible to you on your Chrome OS device. Of course, this is a very early build, and we don't know what the hardware is going to look like when it comes out next year. So there's a lot to be seen between then and now. For PC World, I'm Robert Strohmeyer, and I'll see you on the Internet.